guys, today I'm back with the biggest hair in the world because I went out in the rain yesterday and now it does this. But anyway, today's video is not about my hair but about my pedalboard, which has been lovingly dubbed the Mothership because one, it's humongous and it looks like something you would control in a spaceship, and two, it's probably as heavy as an alien spacecraft, assuming they haven't invented lightweight aircraft. Maybe they don't weigh anything. I don't know, I'm not an alien. But anyway, yeah, this is probably the heaviest pedalboard ever. At least for a bass player. I'm sure someone out there has possibly got one heavier than me, but oh my god, don't lift this thing. I used to lift Dave's and think, god, that's heavy. But now I lift mine and I wish I was lifting Dave's pedalboard. So that about sums that up. But it's worth it because it's an absolutely awesome pedalboard and I'm really in love with it. I'm so happy with it and I finally feel like I've got everything I want at this point in time on a pedalboard, which is awesome. So I thought I'd take you a tour of the signal chain, go through my settings on each pedal and settings on the HX, etc. And also show you a little bit about what the pedal does, show you how it sounds. Then at the end I'll do a jam so you can hear it kind of in the context of a song. As usual, I'm sure you all know by now how these videos go. But yeah, so I'll probably go handy cam for this. Apologies if I lose my voice at any point in this video. Hay fever is really getting on my chest at the moment, so sorry about that. But can't do anything about it, unfortunately. But yeah, so I'll go handy cam. I'll be back in one moment when you'll see proper view of the pedal. Anyway, so from left to right, because the HX also goes left to right when you display it, so to keep it consistent, left to right. So from the amp, it goes into the Ditto Looper X2. This one's really cool. I'll talk more in depth about what they do. I'll go through the signal chain first to keep it all clear. So Ditto Looper first, into the MXR Analog Chorus, which goes into the Polara Reverb, which then goes into the Space Station Pro Reverb, and then those go into the HX, which I will find the signal flow for you now. So I've got a tube drive into, sorry I'm trying not to cover up the name, so tube drive goes into script phase, so those two are actually stacked on top of each other on the setting kill, so when I turn them on, those two come on both at the same time. But that's the order they're in, and then they go into L6 drive, reverse, into particle verb, digital delay, into sweep echo, plate reverb, which I have on at all times, and a compressor, which I have on at all times as well. And that's what that looks like. Some of them are running in the background, so the compressor doesn't show on this screen because it's in the background, and neither does the reverb because those two are always on, so I don't need to switch them on and off. So that's running into this Morley Wah. So I'm not 100% sure on what model this is. It's an old 90s one, but everything's worn off it because it's so old, so I'm not 100% sure on the model. I saw someone knows out there what it does. Sorry, losing my voice. And then that goes into this awesome Dr. Strange Fuzz pedal, which is one of the coolest pedal designs I think I've ever seen in my life. It's probably no surprise by now. I'm sure a lot of you know Dr. Strangelove is one of my favourite films ever. I mean, it's even on my phone case. I have a few t-shirts as well. I just really love that film, and my dad showed me it, so it reminds me of us watching it together. Yep, so that goes into Boss Tuner TU3. And that's basically the signal flow. So, settings-wise, starting in order. These ones won't be too bad because you can actually see them, but when I get to the HX, everything's kind of hidden. So I actually can't see the screen, and the screen is in front of the thing, so hopefully you can see what those settings are and copy them if you wish. I know, well, this is my pedal board, and I know these settings won't work for everyone, so take these with a grain of salt and find what works for you. But if you're interested in what my settings are, here they are in full. So there's the analog chorus. Ditto looper changes because obviously it's a looper, so you've got loop level here, which I've left a loop running. That was clever. Yeah, loop level, and then here you've got effects that you can add to the loop, so you can reverse the loop, you can change the speed, slow it down, etc. And stop, so when you press that you can pause the loop and then restart it. That is obviously the button to loop it and delete what you've looped. So yeah, Polara next. So let me take this cover off. This is an absolutely awesome pedal that I almost wasn't sure whether I was gonna get it, but I'm so glad I did, because I don't know what the hell is that. I literally have never heard another pedal that does what this thing can do, especially in conjunction with the other pedals. So I'm really, really glad I've got this. I got these two together, which was perfect, because when you turn them on together, they just complement each other so well. So this one might be a bit hard to see on the camera, and I'm going to have to quickly read it. So I've got tails on, levels about halfway, well 12 o'clock. This dial is on the reverse setting, so you've got various different reverb settings like room, plate, reverse, modulated, halo, hall and spring. And I like keeping this on the reverse setting because it sounds different to the reverse setting here. You can do that weird breathing thing, but got the liveliness is at about 12 o'clock and decay is all the way on. So that's that one, and I just, because I don't really move it, I just keep that on it. Plus I don't know where to put it and I don't want to lose it. So moving on to the Space Station Pro. Pre-delay, obviously, basically everything's to the left and then to the right. So it's on the reverb rather than the delay verb setting. Reverb decay is all the way on. Pre-delay is to the left, damping's to the left, blend and reverb decay all the way down. So pretty straightforward. Not so much my explanation of it, but you can see it. I can't visualise a clock, so I find stuff like that really difficult because dyscalculia is amazing and my brain's amazing, but I'm sure you can see it and copy it from that. So there you go. Now on to the HX. So settings wise, the reverse is on, so hopefully you can see that. I won't bother reading these out because it's probably easier to just read through them and pause if you need to. So, Destroy is the main, when I'm playing with the trio, I have this on pretty much all the time for all songs, apart from ones that need clean, like the slow blues song. So that's on a lot of the time, and it's basically like a based off of a Ibanez Tube Screamer. Yeah, and the other one was Sweep Echo. So on to Kill, which is the special effect. This is the one that has the phaser attached to it. So yeah, I can't show you that one just yet. I'll have to do it in the signal flow thing. But Particle Verb, I really love this because it's not like a normal reverb, it's like one that sparkles out. But have it set like this. You can also, which I've done in quite a lot of videos, if you turn the mix up, you can get a totally different sound where it kind of fades in and it becomes all reverb, and it's a really cool kind of churchy, choiry sound. And then lastly, the delay. That's obviously got a tap tempo as well, so tempo changes depending on what I'm playing. So signal flow wise, so that's the Kill one that's stacked with the phaser. So if I could actually open this one. Well, basically you can see. I'm not allowed to open it apparently, but that's basically all the settings. And then you have that one, which I know you've seen. The The only ones you haven't seen are the play echo, the reverb, sorry. So that's set like that, and then lastly the compression, so that is set like so. So yeah, it's relatively simple once you've actually got the hang of it, but it took me a little while to actually learn to use this thing. And yet somehow it's one of the easiest ones I've ever learnt to use. So I find this really user-friendly and I'm absolutely in love with it. And discovering this kind of just completely opened up my playing. So this is a massive part of my sound, at least at this point in time. And this I attribute to a lot of my inspiration, especially in the last kind of year, because it really just showed me a new world and I love it. So yeah, moving on to the Morley wah, I just have the level on 100. This one actually doubles up, it's not just a wah but also a volume pedal. So at this point in time, because the wah's not clicked on, it becomes a volume pedal, then click the wah on, it becomes a wah pedal. It's really cool. Dr. Strange Fuzz by Hubcap John, awesome pedal maker, you should definitely check him out if you get the chance. This is literally as a fuzz should be and set flat out at all times. That's my favourite fuzz sound. So yeah, I absolutely adore this pedal. It's my favourite fuzz pedal in the entire world. So thank you Hubcap John for deciding to build these things because they're amazing. And then obviously the tuner, no settings on that. Except no strobe setting, please, not the strobe setting. Anyway, I'll get you back on the stand and show you a few of the sounds. Like, I'll talk you through what they sound like. Some of the weird ones like this, and like the fuzz. And yeah, see where we go from there. Just showing you my entire messy room right now. See you in a second. Okay, so this is my completely dry sound. All I have on now is the reverb and the compressor. So this is what it sounds like. It's a really nice reverb. Hopefully it comes across okay. I'm just using the camera microphone at the moment, but the jam at the end is mic'd up properly, so you'll hear all of this actually in a nicer way than it probably sounds right now. But yeah, so looper, I'll just start a loop. You can change the speed, so that'll slow it down. If you record something in slowed down mode and then turn it off, it speeds it up, so it sounds really high pitched and it's a really cool effect. And then you have reverse, so this one's already been reversed. This is if I unreverse it. If you're thinking it still sounds reversed, that's because I recorded it with the reverse pedal and then reversed the reverse to see what would happen, and then it turned out that it kind of went backwards and forwards and I really like the sound of it, so yeah. So that's that one. Analog chorus, so my settings are like really nice chorus. I really like this chorus pedal. It tracks really well. Not that most choruses don't, but I've had the odd one where on a bass, if you go down really low, it kind of doesn't know what it's doing. So this one's really nice. It tracks amazingly. This is the Polaris. So this is a weird one because I mainly tend to stack this one with other pedals, but this is how it sounds on its own, and this is what I mean about the reverse being a really weird sounding one. Such an amazing pedal, and this is the one that does that breathing thing, so very Silent Hill. It's really creepy, but I really like it. Sounds really good when you stack it with literally anything. So I'll stack it with a few different things so you can hear, and then I'll go through obviously the pedals individually. So it sounds really nice when paired with the Space Station. So cool sounding, and with the chorus as well. And chorus minus the Space Station. Really cool sound. This might deafen the camera, but paired with Destroy. Then if I have Destroy on with the fuzz as well, you get this sound. So yeah, really, really cool. It sounds cool if you wire it as well, if I can do this, so. It also fades in really nicely as well, so yeah, you get the idea. It's a really cool all-rounder pedal that pairs really nicely with literally everything I've tried it with, so I really, really love this pedal. I think they're kind of hard to get hold of now, so I was really lucky to actually get it with everything intact as well. So moving on to the Space Station, this is really nice reverb just on its own as well. Obviously I've got the reverb underneath, but it sounds more or less the same. It kind of cancels the other one out. So yeah, it's beautiful. I've actually got a proper demo on this pedal as well if you want to hear it isolated in better quality as well. But yeah, I adore that pedal as well. So reverse next, which is one of my favourite effects ever. If you hadn't guessed already, because recently I did a video on why I love time-based effects and this played a big role in it. But if you wanted to watch that to find out like more in depth why I love this so much, then I'll put the link in the description. But without waffling on too much, I love it because it's just a really otherworldly sound. It's really inspiring, and it's like it answers back to you in a really friendly and nice way, but surprising at the same time, so it kind of keeps you on your toes. But yeah. I could literally do that for hours. It puts me in a really nice mental state, so I really like that effect. So the sweep echo, another really cool one. It always reminds me of this one particular level in the game Ratchet & Clank where you're in a jungle in the third one. So it's a very jungly sounding thing to me, but I really like it. This is another one that pairs really nicely with other effects, so the chorus. And then try not to deafen you. So that's chorus, destroy, and sweep echo. But yeah, I love that effect as well. It's really cool. So destroy is the overdrive or distortion I have on basically all the time in the trio for pretty much everything. So don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you this one on its own with the camera thing, because I think it might be peaking it. So I don't want to like totally mess up the audio, but not sure how well you could hear that. I might have had to bring the volume down or cut that bit out, I'm not sure. Maybe it sounded amazing. But if you want to hear that properly, obviously it's on the Trio's album, which I'll put a link for in the description as well. It's a really awesome sounding distortion. So Kill, can't tell, I've named these myself by the way, Destroy and Kill. So Kill is the one that has a phaser and distortion stacked on top of each other. So. Again, trying not to deafen you, but that's the distortion I used on what's it called? It Was You on the Trio's album. So if you want to hear that properly, just in case, then it's there. So onto the particle verb. This is the one I said kind of sparkles outwards. It's really, really nice. So if you hit it, you get. It's really eerie. So that's cool as it is. Again, that It Was You, I use this, and so those two together I used on that song. But if you turn up the mix all the way, you get this really nice sound. So nice. It fades in really nicely as well, so yeah. Really, really nice, unusual, unique reverb. I really like it. And then obviously you've got delay, which is fairly straightforward, so it does the thing. Copyright! Really cool digital delay. So now we're on to the wah. I don't tend to use this clean very often, but I've just discovered how nice it does sound when it's clean. So I've actually used it in the end jam because I filmed that before filming this bit because I prefer to do it that way. But you're about to get Queenie foot vision. But this is it just clean, so it sounds really nice just like that, and this is the volume as well, so. But if you pair it with the space station, you can get really nice swells. So. So yeah, it works really, really nicely. If I put it on with distortion as well, it's an awesome sound. I really like distortion and these with the volume pedal function, so trying not to deafen anyone. Also with the fuzz. So that's a really cool option. I like having that. And then obviously wah with distortion. Can't show too much of that in case it's completely peeking the camera, but I've got loads of jams where I'm using stuff like that, and that's extremely loud. So if you did want to hear that in a better format, there's lots of jams on there because it's one of my favourite things to play with. So, but yeah, this is it with the fuzz. Hopefully it's not too loud. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so that's the wah. Fairly straightforward what a wah does. I really like the Morley because it's one, I like having the totally unexpected volume option, but also the sweep on this thing for a bass is amazing. So I'm so over the moon with this. It's a really, really cool pedal. I definitely recommend trying one out if you ever get the chance. It's really cool. It's got its own kind of unique voice. It's really gnarly, and it kind of growls at you in a really aggressive way. But when used cleanly, it's quite nice and soft, surprisingly. So yeah, onto the fuzz. Not quite sure how I'm going to show you this without deafening you, but again, the Doctor Strange fuzz, I've actually got a full demo on that, and that's also got one of my favourite jams I think I've ever done. I don't feel proud of a lot of things I do. I always feel like, oh, that was naff, that could have been better, I really need to get better and stuff like that. But that jam, what this pedal came out of this pedal was absolutely amazing. So thank you pedal for giving me that, and thank you bass, because I had just recently got this bass and loads of amazing things came out of it. So yeah, awesome combination, these two as well. They complement each other really well. But that video is called Doctor Strange Fuzz, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bass. And the jam on it I uploaded in that video, and also separately it's called Strangelove. It's also on Bandcamp as well if you end up enjoying it. But yeah, really, really awesome pedal. I'll put the link in the description to one hubcap John and two to the video demo of this as well. But yeah, I'll try and show it you without deafening. So you get a bit of an idea, but because obviously I'm playing at such low volume, you're not really getting the full sound of it. So you'll hear it properly in the end jam, but you'll hear it even more clearly in the other video that was dedicated to this, and lots of my other videos as well, because it's become quite a staple of what I use. But yeah, I think that about covers it. Obviously we've got the tuner, which sounds like this. So yeah, hopefully this has been, I've managed to explain this in a kind of clear way. Hopefully it's been interesting and has come across okay. If there's ever anything else you'd like to see in the future, let me know, because I know a lot of you wanted to see this, and I've really, really enjoyed filming this. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video and if you want to support the channel further, I've got a Patreon, which I'll put a link to the description below. I've also got a Bandcamp. If you hear any jams you like, some of them are on there, or yeah, if you ever want to download anything, they'll be on there, or have a listen to some of my really early stuff before I did YouTube videos, like Moth and Stasis. Those are not easy to say when you struggle to say S's and but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I'll put the jam at the end now, so enjoy the jam, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. We've got some really cool videos coming up, I think, so I'm really excited to show you all them. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.